3:34 a.m. last night, there was like some wild storms where I am, and they woke me up. While I was awake, my brain was like connecting all of these pieces, and it made me realize that I need to pop on here. If you have a lot of Aries placements, specifically Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Lilith, Chiron, North and South nodes. Okay, so these are like individual positions on our chart. I need to show you guys something. Okay, we are dealing with a lot of Libra energy. Okay, all right. So let's just do a little tiny lesson here. The sun is in Libra. Okay, so let's think about Libra. We're talking about Libra energy being I balance, you are energy. So when we are looking at it in astrology, it is the first zodiac sign where we really start looking at how our individual effect, like what the effect of that is on the collective, right? It's the relationship building kind of energy. Okay, it is about relationships, awareness of other people's needs, always looking for balance, always looking for harmony, and needing to have your independence, but also be with other people. Okay, so remembering, if you saw my post on the 3 evolutions of Libra, the first evolution of Libra is quite open and light and fun and chatty, and then when you're in your midpoint, when you're evolving through a Libra placement, it's like you can enter this dark phase where you kind of realize that you have a lot of rules for yourself, and then you get really kind of jaded because you realize nobody else follows your rules, and you kind of go, well, stuff it, I'm just going to do what I want to do. Okay, and then the highest evolution of Libra being that you realize that you have this magical ability to be able to make people feel themselves, and you have this power of being able to bring people together. Okay, Libra also is very good at seeing both sides of an argument without having to choose a side. They're very much about that polarity and being able to see balance in order to learn. Okay, it's a learning sign as well. They like to get a lot of information, a lot of opinions off other people so that they understand the whole perspective. It's also the sort of energy that is very good at talking about emotions, not as good at feeling emotions, is the sort of energy that likes to collaborate with other people before they take a step forward. The opposition sign of Libra is Aries, okay? And Aries is I am energy, okay? And it is the first sign of the zodiac, and it is about us, who we are as people. It's the sort of energy that wants to be the pioneer, that wants to be the person who takes the first step. It's like the initial spark of an idea. It is, the first brand new part of an evolutionary cycle. It is like, it wants to be the hero. It's often the energy of taking that step forward without really knowing where it's going to go or where it's going to lead, and doing so very confidently. Like from an Aries placement, we can really learn how to be very confident. It's also a placement that, of course, being on the opposite side of Libra, can get into that place of independent and stubbornness that it can't see things from the other side. Okay, and then depending on whether you're more in your feminine energy or more in your masculine energy, the way that presents, that stubborn, selfish kind of ideals, the way that presents can either be in like emotional outbursts or repression. So like depression about not being good enough, or outbursts where you are, using manipulation techniques, you're using, emotional gaslighting techniques and things like that in order to get your way, because, I am. When you're in your masculine energy, it's quite aggressive energy, okay? It's like Aries energy can be, I think Aries is like the ruler of all of the sports, all of the really hard playing sports, okay? Like all of the footballs and that sort of thing. Okay, so thinking about that energy. Now, those two energies right now are off the chain. So if you have Libra or Aries placements in your chart, this is extreme for you, but for everybody else, we are still feeling this, because of course we all have Aries and Libra placements somewhere in our houses, and we will all be being affected in different ways. But let me just show you this really quickly. The sun is in Libra, okay? The ruler of Libra is Venus. So the Libra, the sun, is answering to Venus, okay? So Venus wants beauty, pleasure. It's attracted to other people. It's our feminine energy. It's our money. It's how money is attracted to us. It's how we see our worth as a person, but also our financial worth. It is our sense of justice. And when skewed in a negative way, it's like revenge energy. It's like vindictive energy. It is seduction. It's where we need peace, okay? So Venus is in Leo. Now the ruler of Leo is the sun, who's in Libra, answering to Venus, okay? So next up, right now, the moon is in Taurus. Taurus, its ruler is Venus. Again, ruler is Venus. Venus is in Leo, that answers to the sun. That's in Libra, okay? Mercury is currently in Virgo. That answers to itself. That's its own energy. On Thursday, however, it's going to be in Libra. Okay? So Mercury will be in Libra. Libra answers to Venus. Venus is in Leo. The sun is in Libra. Okay? All right. Venus will just speaks for itself. Okay? Then we get to Mars. Mars is in Libra. Libra, sun, Libra, Libra. Okay? Jupiter is in Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is in Leo. Leo is in the sun, answering to Libra. Okay? Saturn is in Pisces. Okay, this is the third energy that we're seeing, the other underlying energy. So we are Aries, Libra, Pisces, okay? Saturn is in Pisces. Pisces answers to Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces, okay? Right? Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus answers to Venus. Venus is in Leo. Leo answers to the sun is in Libra. Pluto is in Capricorn. Capricorn answers to Saturn. Saturn is in Pisces. Pisces answers to Neptune. Neptune's in Pisces. Okay? Bulb. Chiron. Chiron, the wounded healer. Okay, so these are our wounds, our relationship reactions, our woundings that we have got from the ages of 3 to 23. They are showing up big time right now, okay? They want to be healed because here we go. Chiron is in Aries, currently in retrograde. Most of these planets are. Aries answers to Mars. Mars is in Libra, okay? Lilith is in Virgo as of late tonight. Virgo answers to Mercury. Mercury's about to be in Libra, okay? The North Node is in Aries. Aries answers to Mars. Mars is in Libra. The South Node is in Libra, okay? Libra. Libra energy is in charge here. Libra energy is in charge, okay? So we are looking at Venus energy, okay? Venus energy is in charge here. We are in 7th house energy. This is romantic partnerships. This is commitment, business relationships, contracts, negotiations, people that we encounter, marriages, business exchanges. It's about knowing ourselves through our interactions and mutual give and take with others. It is about creating a balance of two forces, and it is about how we relate to people in relationships, long-term relationships, business relationships, okay, long-term as well. We are looking at things, underlying things like active listening. And the 7th house is the opposition of our ascendant sign, okay? So our ascendant sign being the window with which people see us through and the one which we present. So it's our first impressions and it's our visible persona. So the 7th house is the opposition of that, and it is the descendant sign, okay? So it is like, it's where we get our information about our pairing styles, and it reveals to us what we need in a long-term partnership, whether that's friendships, families, business, romantic partnerships, and what kind of partnerships will make us happy, okay? So because Venus is in Leo, Leo is a sign of pride, okay? It is a sign of our egoic creation. It is a sign of how we like to shine, and it is leadership and energy. It is I create energy. It's expression. It's wanting to be the entertainer and wanting to use our creative talents and be seen for it. Okay, so all of these things are being lit up by the sun and being lit up through that egoic expression of Leo energy. Okay, so if you have Libra placements in your chart, this, when Mercury moves to Libra, it's about to kick off. Okay, if it hasn't already started kicking off, you are very lucky. But this Libra season, because the North and South Node are on the Aries Libra axis, because Chiron is in Aries, okay, this is a healing window and it is intense. You are going to be looking at these 7th house themes, these Venus themes, these Libra themes. You're going to be looking at your egoic self. You're going to be looking at your emotional state. You're going to be looking at how you communicate, how you build relationships, your feminine energy, your masculine energy, how you expand, okay? How you bring rebellion to yourself and the world, and the wounds, the wound stories, okay? The Lilith and Chiron wound stories around guilt and shame. If you aren't already following me for when Lilith moves to Virgo, I highly recommend it, especially if you are a Libra or Aries placement, or you have a Lilith in Virgo as well, okay? This is extreme. This is extreme energy. So Libra, and also we've got that Pisces Neptune energy. So just to throw it off, okay, so Pisces energy is I believe energy. So we've got that you are I balance, but also I believe energy, healing energy. Like it's deep, dark, ethereal ocean, bottom of the ocean, emotional energy. And Pisces energy is not like any other energy. So Libra energy trying to find a way to find balance with a Pisces energy. Pisces energy is very hard to find balance with. People who have a lot of Pisces energy in their charts are very different and you can feel it, okay? They have a different energy about them. In astrology, you know, we say things like there are 4 signs, okay? You know, earth signs, air signs, water signs, fire signs. Pisces doesn't really fit, like it's in the water sign, but it doesn't really fit in there. It's more of a spiritual, ethereal sign. And so even though it is emotions, it's just different. It's like a mystical water. And so trying to connect with it in this way of trying to find balance and trying to understand it in the way that Libra energy wants to is very difficult. And the reason for that is because we are trying to bring revolutionary thought to how we build relationships and create partnerships. And it's very heavy. I don't know how else to say it, okay? So that's the school, all right? Makes some sense to you. It's very heavy energy, okay? It's like heavy and light because Libra energy it's quite a light energy a lot of the way. It's an air energy. It's like it wants to have fun. It wants to, you know, it connects to its intuition through talking to people and it wants to grow in partnership. So it is a nice energy, but it does have that dark vindictive side if you haven't evolved the placements. And so there could be places in your chart, places on your planet map that you're going to start feeling this dark side energy. And the way that that is going to line up with all of these other energies that are around, these healing Chiron wound energies, this Lilith in Virgo wanting us to really answer some questions about our critical nature, it's going to cause some fire. And so if you think of that idea of the Libra energy being the opposite to the Aries energy, one of the things that Libra energy finds very difficult is being able to make a decision and make the right decision for them. You know, they're very concerned about the balance. And so they often and very easily can get into this state of mind of being concerned about how they appear over their own needs. So that's the energy. And we are all answering to this energy right now. We are all trying to see how we can balance our own needs with others. And depending on where that sits in your chart, you are being asked to look at very specific things. Okay. So this weekend, especially, okay, so Mercury moving to Libra, and I've just written myself notes down here so I would remember to say it, okay? So the moon is currently in Taurus, answering to Venus, Venus in Leo, answering to the sun, Libra, okay? Thursday, Gemini moon, Gemini answers to Mercury, Mercury being Libra. And then on Friday, we have a Cancer moon answers to itself, okay? So we've got Thursday, most of Friday is very heavy on the Libra energy. Once we start getting into the weekend, we start seeing the moon getting kind of its own vibe, okay, answering to itself and kind of being able to sit with ourselves. So really take advantage of that. If you're not someone who has had a birth chart reading, I highly recommend it. Especially with, like, we're in eclipse season, okay? So we're closing out a Scorpio, a Taurus eclipse that started in November 2021. So that eclipse is on the 14th of October. I have some information on my website if you want to follow along and close out that eclipse. We have the Libra eclipse in Libra on the 29th of October. So that ends that eclipse season, but it also kicks off the next one because the next eclipse season is in the Aries and Libra axis. So you really need to have an understanding of where Aries and Libra are in your chart and what they represent. So I'm going to do universal guidance on the placements in your chart. So it won't be a birth chart reading, but it will be, I will look at your chart. So I will need to do your birth chart, but I won't do a full reading of it. I will look at your Aries and Libra placements and I will tell you what the universe is asking you to change. So it's like a universal guidance reading without a full birth chart reading. And I'm going to offer them today, maybe for the rest of the week. So until Friday. I would normally, let's take 50% off. I'll pop up the details at the end of this video. I'm going to take 50% off my normal cost of a universal energy guidance, specifically looking at Aries and Libra placements in your chart so that you don't completely go mad. Good luck. Follow me on YouTube or on Spotify for my daily guidance. That really is helpful. I listen to them in the mornings as well. Really is very helpful to know what kind of energy to expect. And yeah, follow along. It's going to be a ride. We're about to kick off into a very interesting ride. So until you see my face next time, stay weird.